What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at the 92 Traore. I know a lot of people straight away are thinking, hold on, he's got a 95. But what I wanted to showcase is obviously this card before we hit Weekend League, which is obviously tomorrow. I wanted to see if we could kind of get this one out, because the 95, some people are just not going to be able to have that done for this Weekend League. Maybe just have different commitments, obviously just don't want to play the game as much or want to grind it out a little bit slower. But we do have the Weekend League for the Premier League, so this one is probably going to be the main one that is in everybody's team. He is a 5-star, 4-star now, which is incredible. He's gone from a 79 to an 84 to an 89, a 92, and then he's also got his max rated, which is a 95. And honestly, that 95 is scary. It is just nuts. It's got some very good upgrades. We will be doing that one as well when we get him done. Hopefully we can, hopefully within the next day or two, if Vital's by any means. We've got a week to do him, but let's have a look at him then. So, we've got the traits of flair, nothing else unfortunately. We've got maxed out pace, shooting is definitely decent. We've got good crossing, short pass is nice. Dribbling wise, we've got good agility, balance. Reaction's not quite there, but we have whacked the basic on him, which I think is 34% out of 41 votes. Obviously a lot of people are just going straight to the 95, but if we go with the basic on him, it does whack some nice stats up. Obviously the physicality of him is just through the roof. You don't really get anybody more physical than him, and it's a great dynamic as well. I've never seen, well, I don't even remember seeing Wolves in that red shirt. It looks very, very nice. Obviously good dynamics are always a key for a lot of these cards. I'm interested to see what this guy can do. It doesn't take much to get there. I think it's 8 games max to get you this guy done and get the 92. So if you want to do that for this Weekend League, if you want to get the extra red picks, obviously this guy is going to help out massively. So let's jump into some gameplay and see if this Traore can do the business. Right then, straight over to him. Okay, that's a great start. We was using his foot birthday for quite a while, and I forgot how fast that card genuinely is. He is absolutely rapid, so if that's anything to go by, I am very, very excited to see what these two versions can pull off. Little ball across. He's got enough in him. Oh, how on earth. Great save from the keeper. Just managing to keep it out with literally an arm length there. Traore's going to turn it. The problem we had this last year with, I think he got a summer heat. It was a big version that he got obviously upgraded, but it just kind of felt like he was quicker, but he didn't really have the ball, the kind of the technical skills. So I'm kind of hoping that this card definitely feels better in terms of his actual ball ability. Hopefully, if we can find him here, because it seems still that not necessarily he's struggling, but I mean he's very static. Traore, not the greatest shot. I'm trying to obviously see what he's like outside the box there with a bit of a long shot, but didn't really get the kind of touch on it, so I'm not really kind of judging him based on that. That's where the pace comes in, but it's a great defensive block. Obviously, a lot of the centre-backs now with kind of the high ratings are going to have insane physicality, which would be the kind of big advantage that he has. Look at that pace. Tries to chip him, audacious effort, but what absolute mad wings he's got straight off from that kickoff. Traore feeding in a bit of Firmino. We see that ball across. It's got to be delivered. Traore is going to find it, and I don't know why it didn't go to Vital. That's a poor effort. I've not been too impressed with Traore, to be honest. He's kind of been a little bit lackluster. We are going to change him to a right mid rather than kind of like a striker. I feel like that may actually be more beneficial to him. I thought, you know what, with the obviously pace and all of that, I thought he might have actually been decent enough, but for me, we've got to try him out there, see what he's all about, and he might actually be more effective actually on the right. Right, let's give him a go down this wing, because I feel like we have played some very, very good opponents as well. I don't think that's actually helping, but we should be able to get through nonetheless. We've got him here. We're going to whip one across, and the defender's going to always block it. Get it straight to him. Neymar with the touch, making everybody juggle. And this is where I kind of want him to be effective. He's got the pace, he's got the stamina. I feel like he should be able to do this absolutely all game and not even break a sweat half the time. And again, the physicality, the aggression, bringing it back to him should be absolutely on it there. Oh, we took one too many. We should have definitely took the shot off there. Traore goes through, and that's a great goal. He has been way more better on that right hand side. May just be literally me overthinking it at the up front, but I think he can. It's almost like he's got less pressure on him to actually make the goal, and he has less people to deal with. If you've got just a right, let's say a left mid and a left back, and then maybe a centre back as you cut it in, you're dealing with them at one at a time. If you're going straight down the middle, potentially you're dealing with the two centre backs, maybe a DM, a CM, somebody who can kind of mix all of them together. You're just not going to get it through with him. Oh, that's a beautiful ball. Oh, it's a directional Megs. Oh, we don't manage to get it around it, but that's a beautiful Megs. Just didn't manage to get the shot off in the end. Traore with the pace. Pulls it back. Neymar's going to hammer it in. Traore with the pace. Nothing but pace. Oh, again, the problem we've got with him is I feel like they've added like a massive pace boost, if that was even possible, to a card that already had 90 plus pace at a 79, but they forgot to add the technical side of him. His dribbling is not as good as kind of like what it does set out. Like, I think the card personally is decent. Like, obviously we're never going to complain at a 92 Traore, but literally it's the same as last year to some extent, especially with his 92, that he can just run. In terms of kind of like close dribbling, actually moving the ball, he's still not necessarily got it. We see him pushing it in. Oh, nearly gets the assist to De Bruyne, but again, it's not the close dribbling that we want, and I feel like we've got a lot of players that can do it. Whether the 95 is different, hopefully that has got a bit of an upgrade, but I am kind of now sitting on the fence that that's going to be roughly the same as well. Finding a bit of Traore, that's it. As soon as they make the mistake, I wanted the double tap. Honestly, we're not having a very good time with Traore, to be honest. He is not necessarily struggling, like I say, but in terms of what I can do with him, it's very, very limited. That is a nice ball if the defender's not necessarily as close. We just can't catch a break, honestly. Great ball, we fake the defender, and then it hits the post. There he is, finding himself through once more. Little dinker cross, and it's Firmino with the header. That is what Traore is good at. Very, very good at that, crossing, getting it down the wing, and just managing to put something on it. That's all he needs. Not necessarily needs to be the one that's goal scoring all the time, but obviously that would help as well going forward. But all you can see is that that pace really helps him out, and if you've got somebody who's great at attacking from them headers up front, then obviously you're into a winner already, because he'll consistently get past this guy. It's whether you've got anybody in the middle to really put it on him. So then going into Traore's overall, so like I said, we are using the 92. There is obviously the 95 with a +1 on the pace, 4 on the shooting and passing, and a +3 on the dribbling, defending and physical. So to get the 92 to begin with, we're going to go and have a look. It is in milestones. Obviously we have got, if we go all the way down, it doesn't tell you how long you've got, so we've got a while. I know it's only came out the other day, so I think we've got about 26 days. So realistically what you're looking for is this one. So score using any player with 4-star minimum weak foot. You've got to basically score a goal in 4 separate matches, on professional, in squad battles or in rivals, obviously all separate. So that gets you the foot birthday Traore. Then you've got the fast finisher. So this is using that foot birthday. You've got to score a goal again in 4 separate wins. You've got to always make sure you remember that they are wins. Doesn't count if they're a loss. Obviously again on professional or rivals to earn the 92. That gets you the 92, and then you look at completing the rest. We'll have a look at when we're using the 95 at what the rest is. Very much the same format to a Tal. So obviously if you've checked that review out, again pretty much the same kind of steps. But the 92 in general is nice. He's a nice card. Obviously, for the first weekend league with Prem, he's going to be a nice free card that you can get if you are lacking. In terms of right mid, you can get, obviously, De Bruyne has got a Summer Stars. You wouldn't really want to play him there, but that is his position if needed. We have got Salah in multiple versions in his road to the final, which is back in pack still. We've got his team of the season, and obviously we have got Shaqiri Podence, who is free from level 30 this week, and then Ferran Torres Summer Stars. So for me, Ferran was quite nice. Don't know whether he'd play kind of right mid or cam. I really liked him as a cam, to be honest, but I think Traoré for me is definite a right wing. You definitely can play him as a striker if you are used to his animations and how he plays, but I think for me he is better on that right mid. He's got, even though kind of people know exactly what you're going to do with him, he's very quick, so you're just going to be bombing it down the wing. People know just to put themselves in the way of him. He can't really turn heavily without that amount of control, even though his dribbling is pretty insane. Composure, a little bit lacking on this one. I'm interested. Oh, it only goes up to 84 as well. That is pretty poor. Thought it was a little bit higher than that, but I think for me, he just has that same vibe as last year. Very quick, good shot, great passing, physicality through the charts, but his dribbling is very one-dimensional to some extent. Yes, he does feel a little bit better this year than he did last, but I still think there is that kind of one-dimension movement from him still. So it's an interesting one if you can learn him and utilise that to your advantage. He is a cracking card. He's got pace for absolute days, and people, even if they kind of put themselves in the way, he still has that explosive sprint, which is very, very nice. If you are looking at him as a right mid, he has got low defensive work rate, so always bear that in mind. More than likely, he's going to stay up front as much as he can. So this version, for me, I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10. I'm hoping the 95 blows me away. He's got a cracking upgrade. We'll see what he's all about. Let me know down below what you're doing. Are you going for the 92? Are you staying at it? Or obviously you're going for the 95, obviously, if you are grinding this game. So let me know down below. Like, subscribe. Pieces.